Welcome to Microsoft PowerPoint. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can make an interactive and also advanced looking presentation and also presentation design. Okay, as this video is going to be a bit big and complex, so without any further ado, let's just jump into the lesson. And what you have to do is just follow my steps, and after following the steps, then you can use your own ideas how you can make your presentation a lot better. So I'm going to cut it, okay? So first thing what you're going to do is going to be going on design. After you go to design, from here or also from transition or insert, you can select whichever type of theme or design you want. Okay, so from here you can select whichever type of design you want. Okay, so let's say from here I'm going to use this design. So first off, as I've used that design, now what I'm going to do is make a couple of use of animations. So first off, I'm going to go to insert, go to shapes. I'm going to use circles. Okay, click on shift. I'm going to do is make those circles. So I'm going to do is copy all of those. Click on here, click on alt, and you'll be able to copy all of those, or press on control, and you're going to make a couple of these. So as I've given you all of these, I'm going to do is take a couple of those too. I'm going to do is select this one too. I'm going to paste it right over here. Press on control and paste it over here. Now, as I have all of those, now I'm going to use all of them as triggers. So I'm going to click on them. First off, I'm going to do is remove the outline. So I'm going to press on no outline. So as there are no outlines now, I will, do all of the things. So first of all, what I'm going to do is go to insert, click on shapes, and I'm going to make an oval shaped one. Okay, so I'm going to click on over here or whichever one you prefer. So let's say I'm going to need something like this. Okay, now I'm going to do another thing. Let's say I'm going to increase the size up till here so that it reaches my need. So I'm going to do is control all of them. I'm going to do is group them together. Let's say I'm going to group or keep it down. Okay, so I'm going to do is arrange, send it backward. Just click on over here. Or let's say I'm going to ungroup them first. Click on over here, arrange, ungroup first. Click on this. I'm going to drop it back. Now as it is sent back, what I'm going to do is remove the outline. Now as it has no outline, what I can do next is going to be a bit different. So let's say I'm going to add in my title or add in my content right over here. So first off, I'm going to increase the size. Let's say 1. Here, what I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. So I'm going to do is now group them together. Group. Now, as they're grouped, what I'm going to do is going to be removing them, like these, all of them. Remove them. Now, I'm going to do is control. I'm going to make copies of each and every one of those, so that they are perfectly aligned. Let's say I'm going to select all of them by pressing on shift, control, and now I have them copied over here. Now what I'm going to do is going to be adding in my content over here. So let's say I'm going to type in something. Let's say this is first. I'm going to do it. This is second. This is third. Is third. This is fourth. I'm going to cut it. This is fifth. Let's say I'm going to type in. Okay, my bad. I'm going to do is click on over here. Click on fourth. This is the sixth. This is sixth. Okay, so as I've added in my my texts, I'm gonna do is click on over here, just keep them to be third. Now what I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. So first thing what I'm going to do is click on over here, and I'm going to click on animation. And after I add on animation, I'm going to click on add animation. Let's say I want it to fly in, not like this. So if I do that, it's going to make a bit of a problem. So I'm going to do is click on over here, go to insert or home. First off, let's say I'm going to ungroup them. So first off, I'm going to do is click on over here, and I'm going to do is click on animation. let's say I'm going to add animation. Let's say I'm going to fly in, but from the right. Okay, so I'm going to do is from the right. So I'm going to click in this, go to animation pane, animation painter, or animation pane. And I'm going to do is click on over here, start with a trigger. So if I want to add in a trigger, so I'm going to do is add trigger, click off. Let's say, what is this? I'm going to do is click on over here. Instead of this, I'm going to do is go to home. I'm going to click on insert. Let's say the first one is going to be, this is, let's say I'm going to go to animation pane or selection pane, arrange, go to selection pane, and this is flowchart connector 3. Okay, so I'm going to do is click on over here, insert. I'm going to go to animation again. This is going to be it. So I'm going to do is cut it and go to animation pane. I'm going to click on over here, start with the trigger of, let's say, flowchart connector 3. So when I click on this, it will appear. Okay, so let's say I'm going to click on over here again and go to animation pane or effect option. I want it from the left. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. So first off, let's start off with something else. Let's say I'm going to go to presentation mode, F5. When you click on it, you will see that this will appear up. But one thing you have to keep in mind that this is being shown, right? So I'm going to press on Control X. Now I'm going to add in a background first. So if you want to add in a background, what I'm going to do is click on shapes. I'm going to click on this triangle or rectangle. I'm going to make this shape. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is keep it over here. Paste it. Now all I want to do is go to selection pane and I want all of them to be sent forward. Send for like front. And I'm going to do is change their color. Now as they are different in color. So what I can do is going to be a bit different. So what I'm going to do next is going to be send this to be a bit back. So what I'm going to do is click this one to be a bit back. But when it comes up, it is going to be up on front. But another thing what I'm going to do is go to home. I'm going to add in another rectangle over here. Something like this. I'm going to select on it and like keep it a bit above, like below. Now as this is it, so I'm going to do is keep it like this. Now what I'm going to do is go to presentation mode by clicking on F5. And when I click on it, you will see that this is still like below. But what I'm going to do is going to be selecting on this one. Now I'm going to do is click on below this so that this appears up. And go to presentation mode. Click on it. You will see that this is going to appear like this. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on all of those. So I'm going to click on over here too. I'm going to ungroup them. First off, I'm going to ungroup them together. Click on this animation pane or maybe on align or group. Ungroup all of them. So I'm going to do is group them together or ungroup them. Then what I'm going to do is do the same thing over here. I'm going to like put it down. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Ungroup them. I'm going to put it down too, as they are now different. I'm gonna, like keep them down. And another thing what you can do is make this shape to be like square, okay, so that you don't have to face any problems. So I can do the same thing. Let's say I'm going to go over here, go to shape format, click on, let's say, edit shape, change the shape to triangle or rectangle or square, okay, so it doesn't appear up. So what you can do is going to be a bit different. So I'm going to click on over here right now. Go to animation. Now I'm going to do is fly in on each and every one of those. But what I'm going to do is going to be add trigger on click off. This is the second one. So I'm going to do is cut off it first. I'm going to do is select on this one and see rectangle 32. Okay. So I'm going to click on this one and go to animation pane. And as this is the one, okay, this is the one. So I'm going to do is, let's say, selecting on the one which I need. And I'm going to do click on trigger, which is going to be 31 or whichever one it is. I'm going to go to animation pane, select on this one, which is 32. So I'm going to go over there, select on this one or select on this one, 32, which is going to be it. Go to trigger, click off 32, select on 32, wherever it is. I'm going to go over the rectangle 32. This is 32. So I'm going to click on over here. I'm going to do the same thing on over here. Go to animation pane or add animation, fly in. Okay. So I'm going to do is effect option from left. Okay. And I'm going to also do the same thing by clicking on over here, go to animation pane 35. So I'm going to click on trigger now. I'm going to click on trigger. This is going to be 35 trigger, on click off, rectangle 35. Now as all of them are done, I'm going to do the same thing, effect option to be from left. Now I'm going to go to presentation mode, press F5, it will take you over there, click on this, and this, and now you can see that you have like a better type of presentation. I'm going to do the same step on all of these. So I'm going to do is first off ungroup all of them. I'm going to go to home, click on insert. I'm going to do is select on it, go to shape format, ungroup them, do the same thing on all of those, ungroup all of them, click on ungroup. Now as all of them are ungrouped, what I'm going to do is going to do the same thing by adding in our, let's say first off, I'm going to do is click on this shape, click on outline, no outline. Now you can see that there is literally no outline on them. But if you see that there is an outline, I'm going to do is click on outline again, no outline. I'm going to click on this shape, select on outline to be no outlines. Now you will see that there are no differences. Okay, but eventually that this is a bit above it, so you can see feel a bit of difference. I'm going to click on over here. I'm going to select it on over here, keep it right here. I'm going to do the same thing, control. I'm going to keep it to be over here. Okay, I'm going to keep it right here, but I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy just a single one. I'm going to copy this one to be over here. Now you can see that this is a bit above. Okay, so I'm going to do first is remove the outline, no outline. Okay, then what I'm going to do is going to be select on this and add no outline too. Now you can see that there is no difference. So what I'm going to do is go to animation pane. I'm going to do is drop it above. Drop all of it above. I'm going to select on here, and I'm going to do is drop above or below. I'm going to do the same thing on all of those. Interactive. Now it is done. I'm going to select on these shapes, select on all of them. I'm going to do is turn them shape format, edit the shape, change shape into a rectangle. Now as they are 44, okay, so this is 38. Okay, so I'm going to add this. I'm going to add 38 right now. So I'm going to click on animation. I'm going to do the same thing on all of those. Click on fly in, effect option to be left. 38 will be it. So I'm going to click on over here and press it to be 38. Select on the trigger. I'm going to select on this trigger to be 38. I'm going to search for 38, and I've seen 38. And I think you have to keep in mind that when I'm going to do this, you will see that it will fly from over here. But what I'm going to do is going to be increasing the size, or maybe increasing this size. Okay, now what I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. So I'm going to do is drop it a bit more above or below. Now you can see all of those, right? Now what I'm going to do is going to be go into presentation mode again. I'm going to click on over here, and you can see that this is still, above or below. So what I'm going to do is going to be keep it to be in such a way so that it is right over there, right? Very simple. So as you're done with it, you will see that it will give you a perfect type of, interface. And I'm going to do the same thing on all of those. I'm going to click on, let's say, I'm going to do more animation. I'm going to click on here, 41. I'm going to click on fly in, effect option from left, go to animation pane, and do all of those one by one. I'm going to click on over here, and I'm going to keep it to be this shaped. What I'm going to do is going to be, let's say I'm going to keep it to be over here till here, okay? I'm going to go to presentation mode, and you will see when you click on them, they will appear up, right? So this is very simple. So just you have to follow all of these steps, and you will get a counteractive type of, animation and also a slide. if you want to make slide designs, you can also use these steps, which I'm going to show you in the next lesson. Yet you can follow all of these steps so that you can make your own type of ideas and your own type of counteractive type of slide designs and also animations. So hope you understood everything in this lesson, and thank you for staying with us and watching this video up till the end.